Did you know that the Hanna Barbera studio, known for creating iconic cartoon characters, was actually the first to introduce the concept of limited animation for television? That's right. The magic of Hanna Barbera is not just in their unforgettable characters, but also in their innovative approach to animation. Back in the late 50s, when television was still a budding medium, the traditional animation methods used for cinematic cartoons were costly and time-consuming. Enter Hanna Barbera. The dynamic duo of William Hanna and Joseph Barbera recognized the potential of this new medium and sought ways to adapt. They introduced limited animation, a technique that reuses certain parts of an image across multiple frames, significantly reducing the time and cost of production. This innovation revolutionized the animation industry. Suddenly, cartoons weren't just for the silver screen anymore. They could be produced quickly and inexpensively enough for television broadcasting. This breakthrough made Hanna-Barbera the pioneers of television animation, bringing about a new era of animated storytelling. But it wasn't just the method that made Hanna-Barbera stand out, it was the content too. They gave us a plethora of memorable characters and shows, each with their unique charm and humor. Who can forget the mischievous antics of Tom and Jerry, the mystery-solving adventures of Scooby-Doo, or the prehistoric hilarity of the Flintstones? Then there were the futuristic escapades of the Jetsons, and the high-octane thrills of Swat Kats, each show adding a distinct flavor to the Hanna-Barbera universe. These shows are not just memorable for their stories and characters, but also for the way they pushed the boundaries of what could be achieved in animation. Indeed, the magic of Hanna-Barbera lies in their ability to blend innovation with storytelling, to create cartoons that were not just entertaining but groundbreaking. They didn't just animate, they revolutionized, making a lasting impact on the world of television animation. With a legacy spanning over 6 decades, Hanna-Barbera has given us many memorable shows. Let's dive into some of their best. First on our list is the classic cat and mouse duo Tom and Jerry. Unlike other silent cartoons of their time, they communicated their hilarious misadventures through slapstick humor and visual gags. In the golden era of animation, Tom and Jerry carved a niche for themselves with their unique humor style. Where other silent cartoons were heavily reliant on written cues and simplistic visual humor, Tom and Jerry broke the mold. Their humor was driven by physical comedy, exaggerated expressions, and impeccably timed visual gags. Let's take a moment to explore how Tom and Jerry stood out among their contemporaries. Early silent cartoons like Felix the Cat, Coco the Clown, or even the first incarnation of Mickey Mouse, often used written dialogues or thought bubbles to convey the plot. However, Tom and Jerry relied solely on the universal language of laughter, bringing to life the age-old rivalry between cats and mice. Their humor was largely visual, with every frame meticulously crafted to maximize the comedic effect. Slapstick played a significant role, with exaggerated pratfalls, collisions, and chases, often leading to chaotic yet hilarious outcomes. The humor was further enhanced by their iconic sound effects, with every swish, thud, and crash adding to the overall comedic effect. Another aspect that set Tom and Jerry apart was their clever use of situational comedy. Instead of relying on a fixed set of gags, each episode presented a new scenario, a fresh battlefield for Tom and Jerry's never-ending feud. This allowed for a variety in humor that kept the audience guessing and laughing in equal measure. In comparison, other silent cartoons of the same era often stuck to predictable humor patterns, making them monotonous over time. But Tom and Jerry, with their innovative comic style, kept the audience hooked episode after episode, season after season. Tom and Jerry's timeless humor has left a lasting impression, making it a standout in the world of silent cartoons. Their legacy continues to inspire and entertain, reminding us that humor, when done right, transcends language and time. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Right here, as our next highlight. This show introduced a new genre to cartoons: mystery. When it first aired in the late 60s, Scooby-Doo presented a fresh take on the animated series, blending elements of comedy, adventure, and most notably mystery into a captivating, fun-filled package. Scooby-Doo was a trailblazer. It offered viewers a new way to engage with cartoons. Instead of just laughing at slapstick humor or marveling at superhero feats, audiences were now invited to solve mysteries alongside the characters. This was a significant shift from the norm. Shows of the time, like the Flintstones and the Jetsons, were largely comedic or futuristic in nature. The premise was simple. A group of 4 teenagers and their talking Great Dane traveled in their van, aptly named the Mystery Machine, solving mysteries that usually involved supposedly supernatural creatures. But the real mystery often lay beneath the surface in the form of human greed or deceit. The beauty of Scooby-Doo lay in its ability to balance suspense and humor. The characters, each with their unique quirks, added a layer of comedy that lightened the suspenseful atmosphere of the mysteries they were solving. And let's not forget the iconic catchphrases from Shaggy's Zoinks to Scooby's Roo-Row. What set Scooby-Doo apart even more was the subtle but consistent message that things aren't always as they seem. Behind each scary monster or ghost, there was often a human orchestrating the chaos for personal gain. This twist was a gentle reminder to question things and not take them at face value. The influence of Scooby-Doo is evident in many mystery-themed cartoons that followed. From the adventurous tales of Gravity Falls to the spooky stories of Over the Garden Wall, the legacy of Scooby-Doo lives on. Scooby-Doo set the stage for many mystery-themed cartoons to follow, with its unique blend of humor, suspense, and lovable characters. It wasn't just a show, it was a cultural phenomenon that changed the landscape of animated television and continues to resonate with audiences today. The Flintstones and the Jetsons, two shows that took us to different timelines and showed us the hilarity of everyday life in the Stone Age and the Space Age. When we think of Hanna Barbera, we often picture the madcap antics of Tom and Jerry, or the spooky mysteries of Scooby-Doo, yet the studio's genius also shone brightly in the realm of animated sitcoms. Two of the most iconic examples, the Flintstones and the Jetsons. The Flintstones, our lovable Stone Age family, resided in the town of Bedrock, where dinosaurs coexisted with cavemen, and the wheel was the latest invention. The show brilliantly utilized its prehistoric setting to create humor and social commentary, often mirroring the issues of the mid-20th century in a cleverly disguised Stone Age setting. The show in essence was a playful satire on human nature and society. On the other end of the timeline we have the Jetsons, a family living in the Space Age. This futuristic show allowed us to explore what life might be like in a world of flying cars, robot maids, and other advanced technology. Much like the Flintstones, the Jetsons also used its unique setting to create humor, but also to comment on the potential pitfalls and challenges of a technology-driven future. When compared to other sitcoms of their time, and even today, the Flintstones and the Jetsons stand out due to their distinct settings. These shows took us to different eras, each with its own unique challenges and quirks, yet made them feel familiar and relatable. They taught us that no matter the era or the technology, the essence of human life and family dynamics remains the same. These shows were pioneers not just in animation but in storytelling. They cleverly used their settings to add depth and humor to their narratives, making them timeless classics. They've left an indelible mark on pop culture, influencing countless other shows and films. The Flintstones and the Jetsons, with their unique settings and relatable humor, have carved their own niche in the realm of animated sitcoms. Last but not least, Swat Kats, the Radical Squadron, a show that brought thrilling action and adventure to the small screen. This standout Hanna Barbera production was a game-changer, redefining the way action cartoons were perceived and consumed. The show was a departure from the conventional cartoon narratives of its time, with its edgy, high-stakes storylines and non-stop, adrenaline-fueled action sequences. It was a refreshing blend of classic animation style with a modern, dynamic approach to storytelling. It was not just about the action, though, it was about the characters, the conflict, and above all, the thrill of the chase. Compared to other action cartoons of its era, Swat Kats stood out for its unique premise and innovative narrative structure. The show centered around two anthropomorphic cats, T-Bone and Razor, who were not your typical cartoon heroes. They were mechanics by day and vigilantes by night, using their ingenuity and an array of homemade gadgets to save their city from various threats. The action-packed nature of Swat Kats was not just about physical battles, it was also about the internal struggles of the characters, their personal growth, and the relationships they forged along the way. This depth of character development was something not commonly seen in action cartoons of that time. Swat Kats, with its high-octane action and compelling storylines, has set a high bar for action cartoons. Hanna Barbera has truly given us some of the most iconic cartoons, each standing out in its own unique way, from the silent comedy of Tom and Jerry to the mystery-solving antics of Scooby-Doo, the prehistoric charm of the Flintstones, the high-flying adventure of Swat Kats, and the futuristic allure of the Jetsons. Each show has left an indelible mark on the world of animation. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, make sure to hit the like button, share this video with your fellow cartoon enthusiasts, and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, keep enjoying those cartoons.